What would happen if you do 200 push-ups every day for the next 30 days? Would it magically change your life? Make you the most jacked person in human existence? Or probably leave you at the same spot you started? Well, I started the challenge to find out how much muscle I could gain by doing push-ups and push-ups only, and if it would magically increase my discipline and focus in other areas of my life. This is what I look like on day 1. By day 30, I'm gonna be doing a side-by-side comparison to figure out how much has changed with my physique. I had a bunch of energy going into day 1, probably because I was eager to take on the challenge head-on. I had psyched myself up for weeks, prepping mentally, making sure that my body was in a decent condition to handle 200 push-ups a day. There was a rush of adrenaline that carried me throughout the entire routine with ease. I was done with the push-ups in no time, and to be honest,
max rep. Oh, freak.
it felt very easy. I was thinking, if this is what the next 29 days will be like, I'm gonna crush it. Little did I know that that was just the excitement of day 1 talking. Day 2 was off to a great start. I completed my push-ups in a novel time of 13 minutes and 46 seconds. I was feeling strong and accomplished. Timing myself on day 2 felt like the right thing to do. It kept me focused, and I wanted to improve with each day. But I also started to notice the pressure that the timer added to the equation. It wasn't a bad day overall, but I could sense the difficulty increasing. Day 3 was a different story. I woke up sluggishly and a bit sore. It wasn't the kind of soreness that made me want to stop. It was more like my body sending out warning signal, reminding me that this was gonna get harder. That initial burst of excitement from day 1, yeah, it had completely worn off by now. The push-ups were tougher, and I realized that 200 reps every single day, split across different variations, wasn't gonna be a walk in the park. For some reason, my energy level today was like way below baseline. Not quite sure if I did not get proper rest, but hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna be stronger. First week, I split these push-ups into 6 variations: standard, wide grip, diamond, inclined, reverse grip, and pike push-ups. This strategy allowed me to target different muscle groups effectively. It wasn't just about pushing through the reps. It was more about making sure that I was hitting every part of my upper body, my chest, shoulders, triceps, and even my back and core. 9 minutes, 5 seconds. 200 push-ups were a lot for my body to handle, especially given the fact that I didn't really have enough time to rest between sets. After realizing how much energy it would take to be consistent, I knew this challenge wouldn't be an easy one. The timer, which was supposed to be a tool to help me get faster, was starting to do more harm than good to my form. Whenever I'm using a timer for the push-ups and I'm hyper-fixated on trying to beat my past record, I notice that my form is usually very horrible. So from now on henceforth, I'm gonna do my best to focus on having the best possible form and not really care much about the time. It was shocking how fast my body was recovering without the added pressure of racing against the clock. It's a little over a week now, and my muscles are already adjusting to the 200 push-ups. I wasn't feeling the same level of soreness I expected, which was a relief. I was starting to enjoy the process more, focusing on each reps instead of worrying about how long it was going to take me to finish. By day 10, I reintroduced the timer. My body seemed to be getting used to the daily grind. The soreness was gone and my form was improving. But mentally, nah, not yet. I wasn't in the groove yet. It still felt like I had to psych myself up every day to get through the 200 reps. This challenge wasn't just physical at this point, it was mental. Some days were easier than others, but every day required discipline. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be going on a 12-hour road trip. That's like half of my day. I didn't want it to break my streak, so I had to get up around 5:30 a.m. to knock out my push-ups before hitting the road. The idea of doing push-ups after a long trip was unbearable, so I made sure I got them done first thing in the morning. Once I finished, I felt a sense of relief, like I had conquered the day already. But man, the road trip left me wiped out. Going on my first long distance trip was such a surreal experience, and it took everything out of me. I had an important event to attend tomorrow, so it was totally worth it. I got my push-ups out of the way and headed to the wedding, which was a total blast. The only downside was I started noticing a clicking in my right shoulders and some discomfort on the heel of my palms. I noticed that whenever I'm doing a wide grip push-ups, I usually feel discomfort on the heel of my palms. This could be caused by several reasons, but one of the most common reasons could be either I have my arm placement too forward or too backward, or I just have it too wide. So I'm gonna be fixing my arm placement to make sure that I do not have an improper form. By day 15, I started to notice real progress. I was getting through the sets faster, my form was sharper, and it felt good to see the hard work paying off. I have not done a leg day since forever, so I'm gonna hit the gym right now, and trust me, my legs are beginning to look like chicken wings.
I run at max speed on the treadmill, so my energy level is almost exhausted. Anyways, I'm gonna just do the freaking squats and call it a day.
I didn't want it to completely run myself into the ground, especially knowing that I had 50 more days to go. But not every day was a win. Some days, my body was not just cooperating. I don't want to do 200 push-ups today. Like, I don't feel like it. On day 16, I was feeling like these push-ups were making little to no impact on my physique until I had to look myself in the mirror. And let me tell you, the results were unbelievable. My chest looked fuller, my shoulders were more defined, and my arms were stronger than they were on day 1. I was excited to see what day 30 would look like. Week 3 went by with lightning speed. It felt like the days were flying past. Compared to my early days, the challenge felt almost effortless. By this point, I was confident in my ability to complete the 30-day challenge. The push-up had become such a regular part of my routine that I no longer needed an extra pump of motivation to get me started each day. Not to speak of the sense of accomplishment and momentum I felt after completing my daily sets. By the last week, I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. The push-ups had become more of a habit than a challenge. I had built up a routine, and while 200 push-ups a day was still tough, it felt manageable. My energy level was at an all-time high, and I was pushing through the reps like it was an age-old hobby. By this point, the challenge wasn't just about getting stronger, but it was more about finishing what I started. This is a wild guess, I know. I feel like I can do up to 70 push-ups. 70 is a crazy number. 65 push-ups at least. Yo, that was a crazy one. I would call that 65 not so clean push-ups, but come on, the numbers doesn't lie. Let's freaking go. On day 30, I decided to push myself one last time and beat my previous record of 9 minutes and 5 seconds. I wanted to leave this challenge knowing I gave it everything I had. I crushed my record with a whooping time of 7 minutes and 35 seconds. I want to see just how much has 200 push-ups a day for 30 days transformed my physique, and I'm also curious to find out how aesthetic I look compared to day 1. So, it's time to take off my shirt and show you guys the result. The change was profound. I had gained noticeable muscle mass and I could see the fullness in my chest that hadn't been there before. The definition in my arms was clear and even my shoulders appeared broader than how they were on day 1. Doing 200 push-ups a day for 30 days is no joke. It's intense and challenging, but absolutely worth it. Go try it out for yourself, guys.